Most people think of fencing. They most likely think of Olympic fencing. Mid-Missouri resident Jason Bright seeks to bring this unique sport to the local area.
Well, a lot of people are probably mistaken by what that means. And so when they think of that, they probably think of reenactment, they think of Renaissance fairs, maybe they think of a gaming activity like LARPing. Usually I have to explain to them, I use the term fencing, like historical fencing as opposed to Olympic fencing, and you have to kind of explain from that context what we do.
Jason Bright has spread his interest in historical fencing to mid-Missouri by creating a fencing club available to anyone interested in this sport.
I grew up doing martial arts, various types of martial arts. And about 7 years ago, I came across HEMA, Historical European Martial Arts. I think I found it on YouTube, if I recall correctly. And then I looked, and there were a couple of clubs in Missouri at the time, and so I traveled there and seen what they were about and started practicing.
Bright decided to start his own club due to the travel time necessary to meet with other clubs throughout Missouri.
There are clubs all around the periphery of Missouri, but there was nothing in central Missouri. For me, to participate with the club was, it was a weekend trip. And so finally I got to the point after so many years of doing it, I figured either I'm going to have to start a club here and just get it going in central Missouri, or I'm just going to have to find a new hobby. And I didn't want to find a new hobby, so that's why we started this club.
Along with promoting HEMA to mid-Missouri, Bright also competes in tournaments. Due to the growth in popularity and interest he has brought to the sport, Bright has arranged some local tournaments.
I've been to 4. And, I started several years ago back when we didn't have very many competitions in the region. And now it's grown so much that we have about 5 annually just in the local region here. We also, something that's new that they just all tournaments do that we didn't do years ago was we all report to one central statistics center. When you go to a tournament, they report your wins and losses for everybody that participates, so you can see what your ranking is amongst all the fighters in the world. Things are definitely moving and progressing and evolving and becoming much bigger than what they ever have whenever I started.
Bright has found fencing to be no different from other sports when it comes to camaraderie in the club.
Just the connection you have with people, that's the coolest thing. You meet some really great people. It really doesn't matter what people's backgrounds are or what they do outside the club. When you're in the club, there's just a sense of camaraderie and respect.
My favorite thing about this club is that everybody here is a family. We train really well together. Some of us hang out together. We're just kind of really invested in each other's lives.
It feels like we're all here to, learn and grow together, which is always a great feeling.
With the club gaining in popularity and members, as well as being featured in the local newspaper, Bright looks forward to expanding it even more. I'm Brandon Allen reporting for Nichols Student News.